Hello everyone, welcome to the first ever virtual volunteers felicitation ceremony of WCF. Today we have with us our group CEO Mr. Kesav Murugesh and our chief mentor Shamini Murugesh, and we will also have an opportunity to listen to both of them soon. Let me also welcome our other leaders and colleagues, those who are watching us live over Facebook. So every year we gather to celebrate volunteers and volunteering. Volunteers on one side are someone who are core to delivering our mission, educate, empower, enrich. And volunteering on the other hand is something that transforms us from an individual who is a taker to an individual who is a giver. It helps us change our focus from self-centered to somebody who is focusing on the society's welfare. While today's ceremony is virtual, but I'm sure our volunteers are delivering the impact that is solid, that is real. Let me take you through the scorecard that was not possible without the hard work from all of you. Let's go to the next slide, please. So as all of us are seeing here, we have been improving year over year. Now we are almost present in every country where WNS operates from. We are present in 12 countries now. We are reaching to 272 schools where we work directly. Almost 20% of WNS employees are now working with us as volunteers. And we have been consistently reaching to 1 lakh plus students every year through different programs. Next slide, please. One of the key initiatives that we run is our reading program. The idea of this initiative is to inculcate the habit of reading in young minds. We started this program in 2011-12, and we have grown on this program year over year. Last year is when we made the big leap, and we added 4 mobile library vans into this program. 2 in Philippines and 2 in India, 1 in Bangalore and 1 in Gurgaon. I would like to thank Gauri and Puneet from Philippines who have supported us to scale this program to its current heights. Next slide, please. Our another key program is Make My Career. This program is designed to help youths to get employed. Till last year, we were delivering this program more like a traditional program where we were running batches in WNS offices. Students used to visit to our offices. We could complete 7 batches with those restrictions running in quarter over quarters, and we could complete that with only 175 students. But thanks to COVID, that slowed us and also forced us to think through as to what can be an alternate and better way to deliver this program. We have converted ourselves to a fully virtual deliverable program. All the contents now are digital, and you would love to see that in the first batch alone. We are running 5 parallel batches, and we are going to deliver 190 students trained through this program, which is even higher than last year, and we will do this just in 1 month. That means the program is now ready to scale to a completely new height. Thank you so much, Krishnan. Thank you so much, Jitu. Thank you so much, RL. Thank you so much, Nagin Babu from Chennai, who are core to lead this program to allow it to reach to new highs. Let's go to the next slide, please. Because of COVID, we were also constrained, and we have converted our focus to largely digital programs. Cyber Smart Portal is something that we launched last year. Digital Treasure is an already running program. We have increased our focus onto that program. Make My Career, as I just said, has converted itself into a fully digital program now, and e-mentoring, as usual, has been doing wonders for us. To make sure that our delivery is impactful, we have trained our volunteers, we have trained our NGO partners, we have converted collaterals into a digital content, and we have created batches of students either on WhatsApp or through Zoom links. Go next slide, please. Yeah, while most of the things are going great, one of the things where we are not very, very happy is certainly client engagement. This is something that we have chosen as an area of improvement. We have set a goal for ourselves to be a 20% client. So we are already working with all the leaders of WNS. The goal is that how can we connect with these 20% clients? My request to all of you is that please make sure that when you are working for your client, you are also ensuring that somehow you are also convincing your clients that they join hands with WCF on some or the other CSR project. Next slide, please. And this is the slide which is most powerful slide, and I would like to thank all of you that you guys have given our leaders an opportunity to stand tall, stand in the platform of recognition. And the best part is this recognition comes in the space which are also critical and focus area for us. So the first award, Golden Peacock Award, that we received last year comes in the space of digital learning. The second Stevie Award comes in the space of physical learning, physical fitness. And the third CSR Summit Award comes in the space of engaging stakeholders effectively. So while I conclude here, I would like to say that volunteering is not easy. As a volunteer, we adopt young dreams as our project. We try leaving tracks when the train is still running. But at the same time, we know that Disney was also made in just 1 year. So I'm optimistic, I'm confident, and I'm happy that all of us are standing together. We are sure that we will continue to deliver the way we have delivered in the past. Thank you so much for all your hard work and support. At this point of time, I would like to invite Keso to share his thought. Keso, over to you, please.
Thank you, Gopal. That was very motivating, very informative, and it gives me such pride to be a part of this meeting. First and foremost, I must say that I'm so happy to find that the attendance at this meeting is so high and that we have so many valued volunteers here. The fact that you have kept yourself safe and secure during the world's biggest pandemic shows how responsible each one of you are, in addition to doing all the good work that you do. I must tell you something very interesting. While I steer and run WNS as a corporate, the 4 key areas I really focus on are, first and foremost, the operational and the financial performance of this company, how we are focusing on talent for the future at this company, how we are future-proofing this company so it will be relevant for the long term, and most importantly, one of the most important platforms, how are we making sure that the impact of WNS on the community around us is felt so that people understand that we are a company with a soul. First thing I would like to do is to once again instill in each and every one of you the fact that WNS Cares Foundation is a very important part of WNS. And like I said, it's one of the 4 pillars based on which the success of WNS itself is measured. And before I start, looking at the future and thanking the volunteers, I think it is very appropriate for me to thank and appreciate some of the key people behind this initiative. The first person I would like to really thank is Shamini herself, who really works as a volunteer on an honorary basis, but at the same time, over the past few years, has positioned WNS Cares Foundation and therefore the impact on WNS in a highly transformative fashion. Today, if you look at our impact in the field of CSR, it is driven by WNS Cares Foundation. And I sincerely would like to thank Shamini for her voluntary work in this area. I must also thank very warmly Gopal and his entire team for positioning WNS Cares Foundation the way you have done it. For me, many initiatives are being run extremely well at WNS Cares Foundation, but I'm extremely proud about this Cyber Smart initiative that has recently been launched and the way it is taking off and the way it is starting to impact citizens, not just of India, but potentially of countries beyond India. Let me tell you, I think the best measure of success of this initiative will be if millions of children or new users of the internet actually access CyberSmart and get trained or qualified or get a certificate from it. And that's one of the biggest needs that India has and the world has. And I would request that every volunteer spends a lot of time on driving this. And I must tell you, I am personally involved with Shamini and other leaders in terms of being a volunteer propagating this initiative. You must understand that the impact of this initiative, along with the others, and the way it positions WNS Cares Foundation as well as the WNS brand, even in a country like India, where we are not listed, is immense. So focus on it. I'll tell you a little story. This is something that Shamini shared with me recently, and I think it's very relevant to talk about here. There was, a rich person staying next to the home as a neighbor of a very poor person who constantly came and kept borrowing a few things from the rich person. But every now and then, the rich person would send her child to the other person's home to borrow either salt or maybe a little bit of yogurt to help with the cooking. So one day, this rich person's child, addressed the mother and said, "Why do you keep sending me to this other person's, our neighbor's home? Because the reality is, I know we don't need this salt, we don't need this yogurt, we have plenty of it." And the mother then said something very, very important. She said, "You have to understand, this is a society and a community that we live in. And every time you go and ask to borrow something, however small, it may not have much commercial value. But the reality is, the other person feels, I am also dependent or I am also contributing to this person, and therefore all of us become equal." Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because that is the spirit with which I believe every volunteer at WNS Cares Foundation is actually working. I think you do a lot of work at the office. At the same time, you go beyond the call of duty in terms of running your core operations to actually help the needy, the underprivileged, and therefore position the brand of WNS. And when you do it, I know that you do it in a very sensitive fashion so that the recipient, feels that they are part of a much bigger program. So I must thank you for being so sensitive. On this note, I'll end here, but I'll say this is a good time now to go out and start celebrating the volunteers. Thank you very much.
The Dazzling Diamond category is to recognize the best program leader. The leader chosen for this exclusive award is recognized for his immense contribution to 2 key WCF initiatives. He has played an important role in developing and leading the launch of the volunteer education and the CyberSmart platform. Specific to the CyberSmart initiative, he has led the nationwide launch of this first of its kind platform. A huge round of applause for a dazzling diamond, Rajneesh Bora, head of the Learning Academy. This special award goes to a special contributor who has been passionately collaborating with WCF teams to drive programs like Enable Learning, Empower Lives, Global Impact Day 2019, and Digital Treasure Hunt. A round of applause for our special contributor, Nupur Chaturvedi from the Research and Analytics team. category of Outstanding Sapphire is to recognize employees who have contributed innovative ideas that have helped WCF scale up its programs and their outreach. This year, we have two Outstanding Sapphires, Arup Chatterjee and Sridhar Pachigola, who were instrumental in helping rollout of CyberSmart, our new cybersecurity portal. Arup from our information security team played key role in guiding the team towards privacy, risk and security aspects of the platform, whereas Sridhar from our IT team led it from the front to ensure that a CyberSmart platform is a world-class asset for its technological architecture, speed of access, and round-the-clock support. Please give both our Outstanding Sapphires a round of applause. This category of Chosen Coral is to recognize the most engaging clients who participate actively in our CSR activities. The Chosen Coral for this year goes to a client that has partnered with us for various CSR activities since 2006. In 2010, they helped us to build a play school, Sunshine Play School Sanar, in the war-impacted region of Sri Lanka. They continue to partner with us year on year to transform this play school to a place that impacts a wider range of students in the village. These volunteers from the client's team in Sri Lanka have also been actively involved in all the WCF events, including the New Year celebration with the kids, Spark ideation workshops, youth leadership camps, English training programs, GID, and several other activities that impact students, parents, and teachers. A huge round of applause for our Chosen Coral. The Reliable Ruby category of awards recognizes the highly contributing volunteers for the region. They are the top contributors who have earned the highest reward points in their region. This category of Engaged Emerald Awards are given to those volunteers who have actively supported in driving WCF activities within their processes. These volunteers have participated in the in-house WCF activities such as teacher, principal training, Global Impact Day, science exhibition, and many more. This category of generous Garnet Awards are given to the best WCF Sparks who have scored the highest reward points in their region. These Sparks have actively engaged with clients for activities such as the adoption of schools and other similar programs. This category of the award goes to the best contributing team. The way pearls are woven in a neckpiece together, similarly, our pearls contribute relentlessly to our programs woven as one team. This category is also for our pearls, who are the program enablers of our global teams supporting all the functions. The last award category of Treasure Topaz Awards recognizes the valued contributions made by the volunteers and spokes for all WCF programs. We consider them the pillars and backbone of WCF. Congratulations to all our gems who have shown exemplary dedication, consistency, and commitment towards WCF programs and activities. Let us call Shamini Murugesh, our Honorary Chief Mentor for WCF, who would like to thank all our volunteers.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here today. The Volunteer Felicitation Day is always very special to me, as it is the time to celebrate our volunteers and recognize those who have gone the extra mile. And it also gives me a chance to experience your energy from the joy of giving. Words cannot capture your generosity of the personal time that you give to WCF beneficiaries. The compassion that you show to each child is an inspiration, not just for me personally, but it actually invigorates the entire WCF team. As a volunteer, you bring much to the organization. Your skills, your advice, your experience, your friendship And most of all, you donate the most precious resource that we have, time. You are dedicated volunteers who go the extra mile. Don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk by giving yourselves in a most selfless manner. Without your support, WCF would not be here today. With all the achievements that we've had, as Gopal just mentioned, it is all because of you, and none of this, believe me, would have been possible without you. Your words and your actions go a long way in helping WCF achieve its mission and its vision. In an organization like WCF that is so rooted in delivering positive outcomes to our beneficiaries, each of you stand tall. I constantly hear stories about how volunteers have helped, the things that they've done. Most recently, I'd like to share with you, there was one volunteer who has paid for 95 mobile connections for some of our WCF children, considering that everything has gone online and they did not have access to the internet, which today they have thanks to this volunteer. WCF appreciates and respects each one of you for your kindness, compassion, and caring for the communities around us. Without your support, we could not and would not have had the opportunity to make a difference to 100,000 beneficiaries in 12 countries. And your work is not unnoticed. Today, we want to recognize your work, your commitment, and dedication to giving hope to the aspirations of all our WCF beneficiaries by encouraging them and giving them the confidence to succeed. I recently read an article that spoke about a concept called giving time in. And that's exactly what each of you do. I want to thank each of you, each one of the gems, for giving time in to WCF. Congratulations once again, and thank you.